So good to see so many smiling faces that are here advocating, and I really appreciate your patience as we were delayed on our flight in. I guess there was a lot of fog in Albuquerque, so we had to be delayed, but we weren't going to miss it. And having the opportunity to be here to celebrate with every one of you, because we're able to advocate for those who need the voice, and to make sure that we do this on a daily basis, not just during the legislative session, but to recognize that we do this every single day. And it's the opportunities that we have as legislators, as policymakers, as parents, as family members, to make sure that we're doing all we can to continue to show that love for those that we care for. Those that are out there that are needing the services, but also those that are out there that are showing so much promise and so much opportunity.
With disability issues in a lot of ways. Representative John Locke, who's from Alamogordo. For some of us, if that name sounds familiar to you, his father, John Locke, was the director of the Navy Council for several years, and also worked at the Governor's Commission on Disability. So young Representative John Locke is very familiar with disability issues, and we're glad that he could join us today to say a few words. So, Representative Locke.
Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for standing up for disability rights. You know, right now we're in a critical juncture where we have the opportunity to truly make a difference in this state by getting these resources to everybody in our communities. Disabilities may affect every single person in this state. And I'm so blessed to see some folks from Otero County. I see Chicken Lukowski, and she does such a great work down there. So let's give her a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you all for being here, because right now, you know, we all have a very big opportunity with all this funding that we have with our state to ensure that people with disabilities can get the resources that they need in order to have better lives in this state. Right now, I have co-sponsored a bill with Representative Thompson, Representative Hernandez, and Representative Cates, and this would ensure that folks who need limbs, such as for recreational purposes, can get them. And it passed 2 committees. It's going to the House floor, so I hope it passes our House. So let's give a round of applause for Representative Thompson. So, I grew up, like you said, I grew up around disability rights. My father, he worked for the state, he worked for the Governor's Commission on Disability, and then also the Disability Planning Council. Now it's just the Disability Council. And we worked alongside these advocates to ensure that we got the needs met. And that meant that we were making sure people who were on the waiting list, they weren't there for 10 years, like they usually were. And thank God, in the last few years, we've been able to take people off the waiting list for guardianship. So that's one thing that we're doing that we need to continue to focus on. And so I want to appreciate every single one of you who cares deeply about disability rights in this state. And I really, really am excited to bring younger, fresher ideas to this body, so that together we can make sure that disability rights are human rights, and every single person in this state will know that. So thank you all so much. I appreciate all of you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. The department's request for an additional $10 million to raise the rates for all the providers. It was in the executive's budget, and it was in the legislature's budget. So hopefully at the end of this session, everybody will be getting a raise for the services that we provide. My personal responsibility to try to make a difference. So give yourself a round of applause. Come on, let's give up on that. We can make the impossible things happen. I had a mom and dad. I met them, a couple years ago. They said, "Hey, Jason, we think we might want to have a kid. Should I sign up for the waiver now? So that maybe in 13, 14 years, there'll be services when my kid graduates school." And haha, that's funny, but that's not funny, right? It's not funny. New Mexico doesn't have to live with a 13-year waiting list. Your brothers and sisters, your sons and daughters, don't have to graduate high school and then wait for a decade or more to get the support that they need. And because of the work that we have all done, there's over 1,200 people off that list already in services today. 1,200 people are no longer waiting. 1,500 more are getting access to Medicaid so that they can start services as soon as they're eligible. And the last 700 people off this 13-year, 4,200 person list are getting their letters in 6 days. In 6 days, that waiting list will be over. People didn't think it could happen. People didn't think it could happen, but you always knew it could happen. I knew it could happen. And together we have made it happen. We can continue to do impossible things. We can make the future better for every mom and dad, every child with a disability from every corner of our state. But we've got to stay active. You've got to continue to tell your stories. So when you're upstairs today and you're meeting with your legislature, with your legislators, all we want to do is hear your story. Talk about how hard it was from the day you graduated to the day you got in services. Every mom and dad should talk about how worried they are that the day they move on into the next life, what's going to happen to their child. We can build a better system in the state, and we're doing it with your help. Okay, so you're going to do that today?
Yes!
Right, today we're all here. The question is, are you going to do it tomorrow? Yes? You're going to do it next week? Yes? Are you going to do it next year?
Every day!
Yes! Come on, let me hear you. Are you going to do it next year?
Yeah! Woo!
Thank you. I'm honored to have the role that I have and to support all of you. 30 years ago, I was a direct support professional in the homes. I saw how hard it was. I would go to people's houses as a home health aide or a personal care assistant, and I would look at mom and dad in the eye, and I could see the worry. We can help people live with that. We can make it better. You can make it better. So you gonna do that for me today?
Yes!
She's gonna do it. I heard her. Are y'all gonna do it for me today?
Yes!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes!